Good morning. It should be live now. Hi, Antonio. Thanks for dropping by and waiting. I appreciate it. And yeah, I had some. I wanted to make sure the sound was working before starting. Uh, but yeah, I just had to get set up. Of course, can't always immediately be ready. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm running the games off my laptop, and we'll see if the connection holds up. It's kind of like a test. Thank you, Antonio. And let me know if the game sounds a little quiet. It was kind of sounding quiet in recordings, but it's kind of better than being too loud. I was thinking of setting up an Elgato to play this on like a external monitor, and I'm like, well, wait, having desynced music is really bad for a rhythm game. Kind of a neat intro they added here. That's the key to a good indie game, having a animated intro you can use for trailers. But this is probably going to be a hint at all the Rhythm Heaven-like games in this. It's probably not a lot, but this is, of course, Rift the Necrodancer came out, I'm going to say near the beginning of February 2nd or something. So I played the demo a couple times, but I want to see the final product. See if we can find one more Rhythm Heaven game. Okay, game audio is low. Let me see if I can just boost it in the system, because it is merely at maximum in OBS, so, but thank you. It is low as I thought. It's gonna be fun. Let's see here. No, but hope you all are doing well. Okay, I'm gonna go from there to like, I want to increase it quite a bit, and let's make sure. Yeah, it's 100 there. Oh, OBS. We'll see what happens. Changing those two settings. Okay. This is a smart thing to do in games. Have a bit of a disclaimer. Say like, please give us feedback. Don't just give a bad Steam review. I love how bouncy the menu is already. I don't remember that in the demo. Okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's try the basics.
Let's cover the basics.
So of course, Crypt of the Necrodancer was the rhythm dungeon crawling game. I think many of us probably played it. Okay, reduce game audio just a bit. I can do that. That's easy to do in OBS now. Let's there's minus 5 decibels lower. Things I'm not surprised at this game. There's a lot of different characters, it seems, that you'll be competing against. I guess that makes sense, but I kind of just expected it against different enemies. Oh, thank you, Antonio. So the blue ones here, they take like 2 hits, so it is neat when enemies start bouncing back and forth. This is gonna be the part where it's like, oh, this is too easy, then there'll be an immediate, like, way too hard. Okay, here's why there isn't a 4th one, to be able to press 3 at once. I'm sure they tried 4, probably found out it got a bit too complicated. Yeah, after this game, I do want to check out Star of Providence's big update. I'd played it before it was updated, before Donkey found out about it. Okay, these gold ones are neat, how they go back and basically bounce off the next enemy and come at you. Timing is weird on this one. Anyway, Antonio, I do hope you're able to draw during this, or do something like that. As of course, if anyone listens to this and likes drawing, we do play Gartic Phone in the Carpoon Discord. For a while, it was like every week. So this is a tutorial, so there definitely is a score. I thought there might be a score for this, but yeah, this is pure tutorial, it turns out. Which is a nice way to like ease a player into a game. Have a good refresher before diving in. Yeah, you do get ranks too, I believe. Like letter grades at the end of each, like most rhythm games.
In the zone.
Oh yeah, I have to do. I'll be working on my taxes today too a bit. Like maybe with these I'll have to stream a bit later, but I know everyone's asleep then, so. Okay. Wow, these are just, I guess we'll do the tutorial quick. Oh, I've got the typical flipped button switch controller.
Time for round 2.
Yeah, I know that I'll probably have to get a, look into ordering a monitor and stuff today. A lot of these, when I went back and played Crypt of the Necrodancer, I forgot how many different movement options there were with different colored enemies. It's nice how they kind of translated that here into this game. These ones, they're a bit tricky. I think one goes around the edges. Yeah, this is it. That Zubat cave, yeah, it totally does. Speaking of Zubats, I had I think on the first day here, there was a bat. Outside the shower window, I opened it, you know, to like, sort of air out the shower. And I heard a squirt! And it's like, what's that? And there's a bat resting outside the window. Like, they like to fit in tight little spaces. Then I looked again at the window and he's just like, oh, enough of this, and he flew off. Haven't seen him since, which is good. I think probably ready to just dive in. Oh. I think because the black and white tiles change every beat, that makes it a bit harder for me to follow when he wraps around the edges. Oh god, that's more scary than a hummingbird. Yes, a bat. It was like a cute bat, but it's still like a bat. You don't want to get bitten by one of those. I'd much rather take a hummingbird. Ooh, this is a neat enemy. Smart how they teach you its movement alongside the simpler slime enemy here. No, but the other day I went to a neat museum bird exhibit and got to see many types of birds, including they had pheasants, so they had the Japanese quail. I had Japanese quails as a pet one time when I was growing up. They're pretty neat. They get pretty tame if you raise them from an egg. A little bit more skittish if you get them later, but ooh. That's interesting enemy. I think some of them really dive far. So it's like, oh, this game's so simple. It's like, wait, game design can add way more to it. This is the one thing I probably needed to know, because I wouldn't have guessed control.
I'm on fire.
Love the expression of the guy right there. Oh, this is interesting. Offbeat. What the heck? Yeah, I think for the art style is lovely. I think the artist might have moved on to Beastie Ball after this. This is being another game made in Vancouver. Although I don't know where TikTok Games is. It was in collaboration with them as well as Brace Yourself Games. These guys bounce back, but The timing for the levels must have been tricky with other incoming enemies. Oh, okay, does this guy take 3 hits? No. He just comes back quicker. I think with this game, as we've seen, there's already the Super Meat Boy tracks in, which of course is just Danny B doing them originally, probably having the rights to it. But I bet we can probably assume there'll be a lot more songs coming to it over the next year or two. I mean, Crypt of the Necrodancer had a ton of updates. Yeah, here's that 3 times. All right. Practice and stay hydrated, sure. Okay, we'll go back to this if I can't finish the song, so. Okay, here's the classic riff to the Necrodancer type song. Oh, and of course, yes, I'm following the A button on the Switch like controller, but being fooled. Oh, yeah, that's the Meat Boy. Shopkeeper mode, that's interesting.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're just playing songs here, but I wonder when the story comes into effect. I'll have to take a look back in the menu. So I assume the main option usually is story. Dungeon apple. Next week there's going to be Steam Next Fest, so I might do a day checking out different demos of that. So I know a couple of my friends have a game from it. One thing to note, these skeletons are not thrusting like they once were in Crypt of the Necrodancer. Just kind of lifting their hands. Maybe that motion wasn't good in this game. It's really neat seeing Danny B play live late last year. It's quite good. He was on drums. So close to the super meter. you cannot press down just to get 2 of them. It penalizes you for that.
That's how it's done.
Right.
Pretty good song length there. Oh man, they had to make cover art for every song.
Oh, okay.
That's
Getting there. Three, two, one, bring it on.
oh no, slow song. Alright, Dance Dance Revolution. It's like, now for a slow song. It's like, ah, I can't do this. It's like holding back every beat.
Now we're talking.
Being someone who had to hire a music composer for my own game, not super musically inclined. I did take, I
Awesome.
did play clarinet in high school and stuff, but I didn't stick with it. I suppose nowadays for playing music, you would have to really be into it because probably you couldn't play in most places without bugging your neighbors.
Come on, Cadence. Phew.
I know you won't give up.
Uh-oh. See, it's a darn slow song.
Good, good. Keep it up.
I'm on fire.
It's like it's slower and it requires all my concentration. Oh man, thankfully I don't have to necessarily do that one again. Thank you. Yeah,
Onward.
always tougher to get through a slower song. Let's just take a quick look and make sure. Oh yeah, there is a story mode here. We'll try maybe like a Meat Boy track mode. Take a quick look, because the story mode is probably where the Rhythm Heaven games are. Let's see what's. It's got a bird. This is tempting. Here's all the music I could have. Should be banned. Okay, let's do that. This one. Then we'll move on to story mode.
3, 2, 1, go! Not good. Let's go.
The squish on all the characters is funny.
Hang in there.
Just
Oh,
one
yeah.
more
that-
shot.
Just takes some getting used to those red bats, but let's dive into story mode. I won't do my usual one more time a million times. You can load in custom music. Okay, chapter 1, a new beginning.
Whoa! Ugh. What? Hey!
Okay, that's.
What the?
I kind of would expect that other one just to jump right into this, but I guess that's the easy way if you want to skip it later on.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
I will say it was tempting just to play more UFO 50. I thought it might be better to see a few other games. Like I only played some Warp Tank, and then on the Eggplant podcast, they were speaking so highly of it. It's like, oh, I should have played more Warp Tank.
Right on! In the zone!
It's nice to tell that the bats move in the direction they face.
On a roll! All right! Now we're talking. In the zone.
All right, hope we get some more new music soon. This guy's not going to give answers until we eventually fight him.
Again.
I see. Bridging the gap. That's either a pun or a new gameplay mechanic or both.
All right.
Electric bar looks like Pikachu's tail. Well, I guess anything electric kind of does. But yeah, yeah, it does.
Oh dear.
Okay, we've met Dove. Funny joke I heard is like, if you think about how close a dove is compared to a pigeon, and yet we have Dove soap. Of course, we don't have pigeon soap.
Oh no.
Dove?
Cadence?
Dove must have been in the first game. Or they just are assuming they know each other.
Ah. Well, who? Whoa.
Post called Warrior 2. I think that's just that's got to be like a Wii Fit call out.
Huh.
Well.
Oh. Oh no. It's coming.
Okay, there we get to see two away from the minigame. Hopefully we get one more minigame. I want to try one other one after it. That's what I want to get to today. Before moving on to Star of Providence.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Probably just streaming for a couple hours today to try to take care of a few things too, but I didn't have time to do anything yesterday. So I was finishing up the project.
Right on!
Can't tell if this is the same slow song from before, but I'm gonna pretend it's different so I can do better. Oh no, I started realizing it's the same song.
Come on, fire!
Say one funny thing. It's a supermarket in Japan here.
Doing great.
Sounds like they play video game music at the end of the day. Like 90s video game music. Oh, thank you, Antonio. Yes, that was a project. I'm glad you liked it. We put a lot of work into figuring out questions beforehand. Kind of see what other people asked and what might be interesting. We had only 30 minutes to talk to him and get the translation and stuff, but it's good. It kind of like makes you really focus on what you can do, and it makes it easier for editing after, especially on one where you have to deal with subbing. I wish we asked maybe one more question, like what we did at the end, for like kind of like a favorite non-Nintendo game, kind of a question maybe that helps like get him to open up a bit more. But no, I think he had great answers and stuff, so it's really nice. Sometimes you run into people who are kind of more controlled by PR and whatnot, and maybe they'll be a bit more closed. So, you know, I think I was pretty happy with it. Button. In Harpoon, I've had it so the different buttons are now A and B does the same thing. No, but he is really nice. Yeah. So, maybe that'd be one of the more memorable interviews I ever get to do. Why is a Necrodancer a burger flipper?
How?
Deep breath.
Fine.
It's funny how they recorded the one line, fine. Maybe they use it again later.
Now, now.
Yeah, going from a Necrodancer to burger flipper. The world does need burger flippers, but...
Listen.
Really? No chance.
I think with Mr. Miura, it's interesting kind of hearing about Star Fox 64 was like one of his favorite ones. But yeah, it was so unexpected that hey, Mr. Necrodancer, I guess I like fries with that, yeah. But also like hearing he played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's like, wow, I didn't expect it, as I said, and just shows that it's always important to keep trying new things, not just settle for like doing the same thing over and over again as creators. So something to keep in mind. I think the person who worked with Giles Goddard kind of had the same thing, like not to do the same thing over and over again, to try to do something new. As a neat, maybe the best takeaway from that interview.
Cadence?
Never heard of yoga. I guess if you're just dancing in dungeons all the time, maybe you wouldn't hear of it. Okay, so this is one we've all seen before, but we want to try to get to the next Rhythm Heaven like game. So I believe this game kind of came up with their kind of trailer editor at the time. I think they went from 5 days a week to the 4th day of the week at Brace Yourself Games being a day where they could just experiment and learn things. And he came up with a prototype for this and got to go ahead to just make it. I think they've gone to 4 days a week now without that sort of learning day. And hello, Oscar! How you doing? So yeah, next Thursday is Pokemon Presents. I know Andre's gonna be covering it. And it's Dominican Republic's Independence Day. 2 different holidays and a whole day, February 27th. Oh, that's neat. I think like last weekend was Family Day in Canada for a long weekend. So yeah, it is kind of a long weekend time right about now, which is nice. And hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying playing some games recently. This first games I got to play in a little bit, and just think it's important sometimes just to start and not worrying about getting everything perfect, but just going and improving from there. So that's why I'm here today, and hopefully I didn't miss anything while skipping through that. I think I've played this before. I'm guessing these games were a lot harder to put together than the other songs. That's why there's not a ton of them in this game.
3, 2, 1, let's move! Downward dog. Double time. Ready? Find your flow. Warrior right. Warrior left. Make a tree. Downward dog. Make a tree. Double time.
This is a good reminder that Bits and Bops, another Rhythm Heaven like, will eventually be out. That was the other promising one.
Double time. Try to keep up now. Double time.
Oh, that was a weird one. I think
I'm game for another.
yeah, getting this done too. This stream today, as long as the connection's good, I can set up that Mario 3 stream I wanted to do at some point. And thank you for 100 subscribers. And I have to decide if I want to continue the Godot stream next, or just do another Harpoon Dev stream. Because I still need to put a bit more time in Harpoon. Let's see if this is just a story. No, it's not a story. It's weird how I could kind of skip it if I wanted to.
You're right.
3, 2, 1, bring it on!
So I can't wait till we have riffs within riffs. Inception riffs. I miss the eyes spinning on the dragon. I wonder if they spin faster when it's a quicker song. Little tricky doing the double with blue.
Wonderful.
Pretty sure it costs like a crow when it's done. Yeah, that's right, Oscar. This is very much like a Rhythm Heaven hybrid. Because it's also got maybe something more like Guitar Hero for the most part. But the big selling point was a few Rhythm Heaven games. Or like Rhythm Heaven-like mini games. We'll see how many there are in
On a roll.
it. But in the trailer, they were quick to they stressed there weren't like a ton. So I'd expect maybe like 8. We'll see. I could just check. Didn't want to spoil this. Hello, HDR Shredder. How's it going, Hayden? Late stream for me? Well, technically it's 10:26 a.m., but that's why.
Awesome.
I could, in theory, do like a late stream here and an early stream in North America. But it might bug the neighbors. Yeah, new time zone hype. Yeah. Like probably ideally I do work in the morning and then would stream in the afternoon, but everyone would be like all my friends and stuff would be asleep, but we'll just see how it goes. Like Pirate Software, the guy who streams and super popular, I guess fun this game, but his game isn't out yet. He starts streaming like at midnight or something and just keeps going through the morning to build up viewers. That was a great strategy that worked for him. So I mean, I could do a similar type of strategy. I just think, that'd be like, I don't know. There's probably some workaround like that would work here. It's just yeah, this is Yoshiko works on Sunday, so it's a good time to stream right now. Oh, he's been actually clowned? What was that for? I mean, I guess that's what happens eventually if you're on 12 hours a day or whatever. You'll say something that people can pick on. Oh, and Oscar says a Fortnite festival mode. Okay, that's very interesting. I'll check that out. Yeah, I haven't seen other drama yet. I guess if I get forwarded positive messages from him, I don't see it. My computers during rush hour always look like this, lifeless.
Why, yes.
Oh yeah, and Oscar, on Fortnite, I was thinking like, one of my friends did recommend trying to make a Fortnite mod at some point, so that's like yet another project to consider at one point. Probably 2D is still fine. Oh, that's awesome, Oscar. You get to go to it. I applied for one at in Tokyo here, but I never got an email back, so I don't know if Japan actually, put out their who can make it yet, or if I just sort of picked the wrong email or something.
Yay!
No, I'm happy you get to go. Okay, now for the quick, what's it going? Great rundown. I mean, I swear, like, drama also drives growth, but Okay, World of Warcraft, not helping your teammate. Yeah, okay, that's... Yeah, alright, that's a no-no thing, alright. Then Oscar, that's... Yeah. Okay. And back to Oscar, you get 1 hour to play Switch 2. I guess that might mean you get to play 3 or 4 games. If it's gonna be like PAX, the Nintendo Live experience at PAX, they quickly, like... We'd wait in line for the whole thing. We'd get to play, like, Mario Party in a group of 4. Then, they had 4 TVs, so each of us played Echoes of Wisdom. And then we played, like, I think it was 1 or 2 third-party games. I'm guessing you would have Mario Kart. You're gonna have the other big Nintendo title. And then you're gonna have a third-party area. That's my guess. Oh man, that number 2 isn't as good. That's... Sometimes you gotta let people do a bit of a parody and
There you are.
make a joke about things. Like especially, like it'd be different. There's a totally different thing to have a video taken down versus a game taken off Steam, which is like the guy's livelihood. The whole thing is go make games, right? I don't know the exact joke though. Maybe the joke was a little too on the nose, but still, DMCA strike for that.
Oh,
That's a little far. Okay, we're getting more characters in.
this. Well,
Oh, she's jealous.
Hey! Ha!
Oh yeah, I knew it would come in 3s. You know, Hayden, for looking at Animal Crossing stuff, like you'd have to think the chances of his printer going off and him being like scared of it are kind of low. Like, who's scared of paper falling? Although it could be a really weird sound. Some of the puzzles, I think, take multiple playthroughs and stuff. So I don't know. Sometimes it's like better if you were to like have a quick rundown once before going on stream, but then if you act like, oh, it's the first time, it's like, eh. It's not the biggest deal though. Oh yeah, Oscar, yeah, no, that's great that you got it, because not everyone did. Like, not everyone got into the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, so that's why I'm pretty happy you did. Hey, and I don't get number 4 with no significant updates. Like, can you buy it and play it, I assume? But that's weird, there's no significant updates. Okay, you played it. For Animal Crossing, you played it off 7 Epiphany and just solved it on the fly. Ah, yeah. Oh, well. Maybe you can learn from it and improve. But yeah, that's what happens. If you do one bad thing, everyone picks into your past.
you know. Toodles.
Not the worst, but not the best. Okay. We got maybe 3 more before another Rhythm Heaven minigame. Then we're gonna go see Donkey's published Star of Providence update, which updated for me for free. I already had Star of Providence beforehand.
3, 2, 1, let's rock! Alright!
Hayden, I agree on that. Like acting like you're a game dev prodigy when you haven't released a game yet. I mean, that's a lot of tutorials are like that. I'm not a game dev prodigy, for instance. I just try to show the process as I go along. And I guess there's that saying, fake it till you make it. But maybe that's taken a little too far by some people, like realtors. Or salesmen. Kind of sad that people need that to kind of like a person or to look up to them.
In the zone.
This song is now taking all my ability to not, and I can't look at chat right now. But it's not even that fast. That's why they created these dragons, just so you can take a look at chat.
You got this.
What the hell? Nice with the lock icon when you're not supposed to be hitting it. Okay, it's tap, tap, tap.
Keep it together.
And unfortunately some health here.
That's more like it. Now we're talking.
A little tricky to be holding down the middle button, rolling between the two others.
Okay.
I like the design. Oh no. Anyway. Yeah, so I guess you have to get the impression, like, give the impression that you're a game dev prodigy, but haven't shipped a successful indie game. That's the way it is. But he does have a successful business model to keep working on that game for a long time. I guess we have to give him a tiny bit of credit for that. But yeah, he hasn't made a game yet. Worked at Blizzard because his dad got him the job. Yeah, his dad is the World of Warcraft guy from South Park. So yeah, that's highly possible. But yeah, it's QA, which is an important part in game dev. But it is a starting position. I think he moved on to security. And yeah, it comes off Jackson as authority. So, well, at least that's it. And Oscar, yeah, gold points are going pretty soon, so we have to use them up. I think I might have one voucher that I have to use. I'll have to check. But yeah, that's a method of Nintendo not needing to give you any favors to buy Switch 2. They know it'll just sell out and people buy it, and they can hold off the best AAA games, so you'll buy kind of another one at first, then you'll buy another one later. Oh, well, there you go, Oscar. You get Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. That's, well, you get the gold points. Hopefully, if you have a voucher, you can use it for that. Can I go try a different stage? Yeah, maybe. No, it's locked. Oh man, there's not. What was the let's see, okay, minigame. Wow, that's gonna be a long way to get to a minigame. Maybe we can get to a boss here. Oh yeah, I know you're I know you're a hater of Fire Software. Yeah, it's. Well, I was gonna say too, like you see so many of those tutorial game devs, and it's like, what game have they made? Now, I think to be fair, some of them, like Jonas Tyroller, he makes very successful games. Tom Francis, that I did the Game Maker tutorials on, that he didn't put a lot of polish into, but were a very good tutorial for Game Maker Unity. Very successful game dev who has employees. And I think there is, you know, like Thomas Brush recently has had a lot of great interviews with different people. But in his games are successful enough to keep going. But I think he makes a lot off his school or whatever. But, you know, pretty positive guy. I'll see it. I think his demo Twisted Towers out right now. Sarah Spalding, one of my favorites for Game Maker advice. She's now working on like Delta Rooms, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of them make tutorials, and maybe it's like the people who are like the best game devs generally don't have time to do that sort of thing. Anyway, speaking of tutorials though, I'm not making a game one anytime soon, but I spent a couple hours showing Steph Tendo about my thumbnail process and stuff, so it's pretty good to see what might be useful or not for a thumbnail video at some point. I have lost where I am. Probably this. Why do they all have locks on them? Okay, we're gonna have to go back. Oh yeah, it went from beat 15 to beat 1. It's just not showing me more, or that's all there is to it? If waiting for Nintendo ever takes too off, I'll hire you for thumbnails. Well, thank you, and I appreciate it. I would love to be on a season recording at one point. And, you know, I think some of your views are up enough that it could get a spike. That it's got enough polish enough that it hopefully, you know, I think treating it as a fun thing is just the way to do it. But and having, like, if it does take off as a bonus, I think it might have potential to do it. It's, you know, it's a little like Topic Arlo, where he talks about one thing, it's super popular. Just the way, we'll see. It's definitely like the opposite of your other super high-end content, where it takes a really, 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 really long time to make everything. And you already know how to make thumbnails, so it's a matter of just the time it takes.
3, 2, 1, bring it on!
Okay, let's see if we can get through this. Otherwise, I might have to shift to Star Providence, because that's the one that is a bit like a Zelda space shooter, but not mini shoot adventures. It's actually better than mini shoot adventures in my opinion. I guess a little bit tougher and darker. Yeah, and Oscar Hayden. I did finish that Mr. Imamura interview editing last night, so that's up now. It's about 11 minutes long in the end. It's gonna be one of the interviews I remember for a very long time.
Keep it up.
We did not ask him his hindsight. We're like, hypothetically, if a YouTube channel thought Captain Falcon was never coming back, and put them in thumbnails as a spoiler warning, what would you say about that? Hypothetically, of course. Oh, thank you. If we're lucky, some other news outlet will like pick one thing from it and post it and like have a tiny little source link that it doesn't go anywhere, but either way, it's just like that's like bonus gravy.
In the zone.
Okay, I have to get those this time. Oh, it must be off beat. So close. Three hearts left. I'll take it. On Oscar, yeah, it says some videos of the interview with the former Nintendo staff member. Yeah. Oh yeah, he created Star Fox because Miyamoto asked him, said like HBO Fox. Imamura was saying, he kind of likes trying humans and aliens, so it was a challenge for him. But Captain Falcon, Majora's Mask, and Steel Diver was one of his last ones. Well, I guess he did 2 Steel Divers. Oversaw them. He oversaw F-Zero GX, which I didn't know, and did all the bosses except Ganon for A Link to the Past. So pretty cool track record.
I can definitely do this.
Check it at time. Okay. We'll see if we get to a boss. They're pretty cool.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
And the funny thing is, like, we mostly know about him because he retired. Like, we know about a bunch of other people. Like, how many more great employees are there that we don't know about that are influential? It's like sometimes it's like 20 years before we see one. I believe it's Mr. Kabuki behind Mario Kart. Finding about him, he's probably a younger one. I like this song. No. Okay, I'll get this one again. I'm gonna retry it. Like Aonuma, there's that new guy working on Zelda now who's like the heir apparent. Yeah, this song. It's not a Danny B song too, so it's interesting. I hope there are remixes with Chipsel at one point. The musician who uses a lot of Game Boy chiptune, and they had her do the remix version of Crypt of the Necrodancer, so it is possible. She hasn't done anything for a while, so she's probably busy on different game projects.
Doing great.
Like she was working on a Vlambeer game that just didn't come out. that now might come out because the company is owned by one of the partners again. So you never know if somebody's working on a project and it just gets cancelled. It's a shame. Probably the musicians behind the music for Tunic and Lifeform. That's another one of my favorites. He's from Taiwan.
I won't give up.
And not a lot of music there. Eric, of course, from Spunky and UFO 50. Downwell, that's another one I like a lot.
Come on, Cadence.
Oh, man.
Come on, Cadence. One more try.
Keys, you're posting your stuff. That's awesome. I admit I have not been on social media as much these days. Very busy, and I try to do more work now in the morning instead of looking at social media. You get like that anxiety kind of looking at it in the morning. So yeah, he told, of course. So he told him, and it's like a great fit for them because of games like UFO 15 and love retro stuff. It'd be interesting if they watch your Doki Doki Panic video because I would guess he already knows everything about it. Oh, I am not improving. Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, Doki Doki won't be insanely edited as Getsu Fuma Den, but I hope people will still like it. Yeah, yeah, real quick here, should we try this one more time, or should we move on to Star Providence? I'll come back to this game on my stream, probably. I had a hilarious idea for Doki Doki if it was one of your highly edited ones. Okay, Antonio says one more time so he gets it. So imagine for your intro if you were riding on a magic carpet in the clouds. Or you pick up a key and then a mask chases you. Those are my two suggestions. Don't do that. It'll take way too long. But that'd be hilarious. I'm glad this song is so good. It makes it easy to replay.
On a roll.
I think this game would be easier on a dance mat. There's got to be a streamer already playing this game on a dance mat.
Right on. Now we're talking.
Oh, that's tricky around the edges. Could have been evil and made it so you lose 3 hearts if you miss 1 to 3 of them.
Come on, Cadence.
Oh, goodness.
No, I was right there. That's right there, the pressure. A dance bat. Ah. That's a nice one. Okay, well, you know, the pressure got to me. I was like, I'm doing it. No, but we'll move. I know. I'll come back to this another time, but I want to show Star of Providence too. So, and I'll try to unlock more of the Rhythm Heaven games. Yeah, but that's a rip to the Necrodancer. Oh no. So this is like a shump kind of. So I would say I'm not the biggest fan. I like them, but I'm not super good at them. So some of them get really tough. Like I did have Gradius growing up. Had Ikaruga. Yeah, but they are difficult. I'm more like, I do like the 3D ones like Star Fox and stuff. But this one's just neat because it's kind of like a shooter and Zelda. I'm going to grab some more coffee and get started on it. So this one came out, the update, February 20th, but it was out in like 2017, and Donkey just loved the depth of it so much. It was the second thing they published. One of my friends is making a shooter game that's kind of like a roguelike shooter. That's kind of interesting where you get like a Groundhog Day type effect where you play it over and over again. Oh, this is interesting. Game, please just run. Okay. This game I remember kind of is finicky about the controllers and mouse at times. Let's see. That's gonna be sad if it just doesn't run. I wonder, is it trying to like run on my other desktop, which would be unfortunate. Let's I'll close Steam and just start it again. Donkey skin. Yeah, well, it's like if this is my second desktop and it's trying to run on the other one, I wonder. I wish, like I was so busy yesterday, I wish like to be set up always beforehand, but I was set up this morning, so like I hadn't even set up my Steam Deck yet. It's like ideally I would just be playing off the Steam Deck, but it is easier off a PC. trying to think of that one Sega shooter that you can kind of switch directions. I think it's Twin Bird or something like that. Let me search, or maybe it's not Sega. No, it's not a twin. It's not a Twin Bird vacuum cleaner. Twin B. There we go. This is a pretty neat one. But it says vertical. Maybe I'm thinking of a different... No, Fantasy Zone. Yeah, Fantasy Zone is one. That's a pretty neat one. You can go sideways at any time. I do have that one. That was a neat one I found out about. Maybe like 5 years. Welcome to the Fantasy Zone. It's another game. But that one is like one of the most... being an arcade game, but like there's an arcade game feel. One of the most arcadey feeling arcade games there is. Space Harrier, yes. Thank you. I did play that last time. You discovered it on 3DS. I guess Twin B, Antonio, is what you mean? No, but... oh, no. Wow, it's just turning off. Maybe if I uninstall it and reinstall it. Oh, yeah. 3DS Space Harrier. There was... yeah, picture. There was a new Space Harrier-like recently, I think made by the creator as well. It might have been on... like iPhone and stuff, though. Okay, fingers crossed. Maybe it doesn't work. We'll see. I heard a sound. That's good. Next, we have connected ship to broken game. Fan scammed. This is the problem of having a game that's like 7 years and then you do a huge update. So at least uninstalling and reinstalling is easy way around it. Like it is on Switch 2 right now, but I don't have the Switch set up, and nor would I want to just buy it again. This intro wasn't here before, or at least I didn't remember it. Oh, it's scrolling down. It's not scrolling up. Switch 2, well, it would work on Switch 2 technically, but no, Switch right now. Yes, Aiden, I love the fan scammed. Hey, I forgot, were you gonna be reviewing Blaster Master at some point? I do think that's the next retro game I have to try to go back to and beat, because I never beat it as a kid. Yeah, this is a new menu. I like the bar. Okay, it's on the list. Expensive though. Maybe I'll just try the Japanese one and miss out. It's funny because I do have Blaster Master on NES. Probably should have bought it on Famicom. Yeah, that's happens. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, because you need the box. The box adds so much more to the cost of the games. Okay, NES Blaster Masters. No NES Blaster Master is cheap. Alright, well. This clearly my strategy of traveling back in time 30 years or so and buying it is a good strategy. Gossip. Oh my. Life's not the worst in the upper levels. Okay. Also, like I had one of my friends speaking highly about Sunsoft Batman on NES. And that one I didn't have good memories of, so maybe I want to revisit and see if it's the case. I remember a lot of wall jumping in that game, and that was finicky. Ah, some of this. Oh. I mostly want to play Blaster Master in case I can kind of use the jumping from Harpoon and make a game of it. Oh! You know, I probably saw that video, but I'll watch it again just as a refresher about your upcoming list. Okay, I shouldn't have any money whatsoever, so. Okay, dodge and stuff, but. Go! How'd I do that? Okay. This is already an extremely Zelda-like game. So these backgrounds are kind of new. They weren't in it originally. At least I don't remember them. I think we can kind of see... That's a lot like Cave Story, I think. That reminds me so much of Cave Story right there. Is there a button to toggle the map? Yep. So eventually this floor will be all laid out. Oh god. Enemies erase nearby bullets and death. Let's try this. More like an enemy than a power-up. Ooh, ricochet. So I think this is one of those games that's probably going to have a ridiculous amount of depth. Something I wish I could have added to Harpoon, but then I'd be working on it forever. I'm out of bombs already now. I don't know why I'd want to be a spaceship going up a ladder, but it feels like I should be able to. Really interesting, the enemies are white, and so is the spaceship, but they do have kind of like red on them. This game had to compete with Pirate Yakuza this week. Which, it's apparently only 15 hours long. But, this one was on my radar more than that. I don't think... I guess the Pirate Yakuza game might be good for streaming, but I would assume there's a lot of cutscene stuff. It takes a very long time. Hail. Okay, sweet, picking up bombs. Oh, this is cool. This might have been in the original, but I don't remember anything like this, so. Although I didn't get far in the original, but before the update, but it's pretty neat. Oh, this is that's classic shooters. thought he was going to explode and take me out there. Apparently I have full health. Alright. It's funny with the old games though and the new games, like, it's kind of this is like a newer type game. It's going to be a trade-off between my time, like what I can do playing the old stuff and playing new stuff. You can kind of justify it if it's old stuff that I never like got through, but not a lot of time right now. But nobody has a lot of time. Oh, didn't expect that. Okay, we got purchases are 30% cheaper. Revive on death. That's usually really handy with extra damage explosively. And reveal some rooms on every floor. I think I want to go with revive on death. Well, yeah, I haven't had a problem with purchases, so that's pretty useful throughout the game. Yeah, let's do purchases. Okay, +2. Getting hearts like Zelda. And what's this? Bombs open doors. Oh, that could be a secret. I can't afford that, so we'll do the heart upgrade. I feel like I have full hearts. I don't think I'm wrong on this. Well, okay, 11 hearts. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I only have 2. That's just represented by a number. All right. I was kind of thinking as one of those two things, but nope, it's this. Ooh. Slightly horrifying enemy. Does this stuff hurt me? Does it push me? I feel like that should push me. Okay, we'll go see if we can go down to the right. Oh, it's locked. That's where that hammer would have come in handy. Maybe some weird enemies. And we're not that far into the game. Whoa! That's a cool effect. I do love the tell they have. Very, like, it's not a struggle to avoid it. It's pretty clear. Ooh, all shortcuts are open to me, or both room clear rewards are doubled, but you can only pick one. I thought I could only pick one to begin with. So this is a kind of cool shooter Metroid Zelda hybrid. Yes, it's a good point with Metroid. Like, the look is very much like Metroid too, and yeah, I guess different abilities will open it up. Yeah, that's why I was kind of like hyped to check out this update. And I do notice a lot of different stuff. Like, it feels like they built a lot on it. And it's interesting, like, they didn't do a sequel. This just updated my previous game. Like, I didn't have to buy anything new. Probably, I guess they figured a lot of people didn't buy it, so the extra boost from Donkey, just kind of like a goodwill thing to give it to people who supported them earlier. Okay, I want to try shortcuts. Let's see what's over here. Speaking of Metroid, there's a thing that looks like a brain. A motherly brain, if you will. trying to go into that little area and see if I get hurt. Nope, don't get hurt there. I kind of wonder what it'd be like if you had momentum in this game. If I move, I just kind of stop. It's obviously something they probably tried at some point. I wonder too if I had like a vertical monitor layout, it would be, you know, be bigger, and I would just cut out the sides like down low. Let's just take a quick look at the options. Oh, we can turn CRT mode on. Oh, you feel like you're ever so slightly under the weather? Have you been working a lot of later days? Like, hopefully, like I would suggest just making sure you get enough sleep. Also, it is that type of season where it happens. I was very lucky I didn't get sick when I was busy and stuff. I'm seeing people like so far. There's not many people here to where I am right now to, you know, catch anything. But yeah, definitely a problem when I go back into town. So it's, you need more rest, but yeah, it's not too bad. Last time truly sick was mid-2022. I think last time I was truly sick was the Pain Arcade Expo I went to. Maybe the 2023 one. And Andre's roommate didn't wear a mask and was going out to these parties, or like lost it. And like so many people got COVID at that one. And then I got COVID from him. So thank you, John. I find it's hilarious just hand washing whenever I come in or go to a place. That seems to be the key to not getting sick. Who knew? Just properly washing hands. Tale as old as time. For a batch party. Yeah, you hear a lot of people like any party is like, we can't have fun anymore because we get sick. So pretty much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like at full indie, it's going to be like up to 300 people. So fortunately, I didn't get sick from that. This is probably the train or any meetup holding controllers and stuff is where I have the biggest risk of getting sick. Because I mean, you have people constantly coming up to try the game, and you're trying games quickly. It's not really a chance to wash your hands and stuff or use hand sanitizer. You just have to remember not to be like touching your face all the time. Oh, on the plane here, there's a guy progressively getting more and more sick and coughing. I was very tempted to just offer him a mask. Fortunately, he did not get me. And an old guy across from him, closer to me, he started getting sick. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, fortunately I didn't catch that. All right, there's our first death. Let's see. Ended by crawler. I like that. Being crushed against a wall does not mean instant death. Well, that's nice. It's like Harpoon not dying instantly in lava. I wonder if that creepy thing on the left is supposed to be an enemy, or is it the pilot? Yeah, those tiny drones are called crawlers. Poor saws are tragically limited. Yeah. That's been the toughest enemy so far. No shame getting stuck on the first floor. Why, thank you. Thank you, positive cat thing. Why is it? Oh, okay, so 75,000 and what I have is about 6,000 right now. Oh, Railgun. Railgun is always fun in Quake. Can I go down here? Is there something down here? Let's see. Oh, it's like a training mode, like the tutorial. You would think. Okay. Am I supposed to match this? This tutorial's harder than game. Yeah, I'm out of here. Oh no. This is like the Lost Woods. This is a lot like the Astro Duel style tutorial, but in a wider space. Just making you do every single move that you'll need. Oh, that's neat. I'm sure we'll run into like lines like that further into the game. Oh, you can just warp to a room? Oh, that's neat. Well, that is handy to learn and jump around. That's a pretty cool feature I didn't know. So thank you, tutorial. I take it back. The dreaded time pressure minigame. Good luck. It's always funny. It's like, let me just go backwards the opposite direction right away. Nope. Some special weapon used for that. Mysteries already. Well, these guys have evil. Here's an interesting Switch 2 prediction. Do you think it'll have UFO 50 at launch? I would buy it again. Probably wouldn't be online though, if it was at launch. Ah, I can't buy anything here. Yeah. It'd be a great launch title. Be interesting to see if some indies are holding out. Like Rift of the Necrodancer, that's a good potential one. They would just probably release it on Switch, but if it could be out on I couldn't see a game like Rift the Necrodancer just going like, oh, we're Switch 2 only. Like I would assume 3D ones could be Switch 2 only, but I guess we'll see how all that works soon. What? This weapon's crazy. Okay, here's that mini game. Kerosene goes to the first enemy, and this one splits on impact. We'll try this. Let's try just warping. Woo! Can I not kill this enemy? The bomb kind of affects it. But I'm gonna be like, okay. I feel like there could be a bit of smoke or something when I'm hitting it with the laser. That's the thing. There's probably tons of weapons in this game. But a little more feedback would have been nice. Okay, enemies take longer to activate. They get damage while on more than 2 bombs. Creates a selection of powerful weapons. Let's try it. Let's try stealth. Ooh, that's. I like how they bounce back after firing. That's neat. This is like the weakest feeling gun ever, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess so. Antonio, you say, I guess when there's a new Indie World Showcase, we'll see how Nintendo handles indie game announcements for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Yeah, you'd have to assume most of their Switch 2 announcements will be like AAA type stuff, or how people like generally see games and the money behind them. Unless there was a big indie game everyone's looking forward to. Some of the indie game stuff probably would be just like a press release after. It's like, oh, we're out too. Or like a sizzle reel, that would be my guess. Because the direct is, what, 40 minutes? They'll have to show all the Nintendo games. They'll have to show the third-party stuff. Probably won't be a lot of time for indies, unfortunately. Playing Portal. It's a Zubat. Okay, this doesn't feel like cheating with the stealth power up. They're just taking too long to. Those guys are a bit quicker on that moving platform. Shooting all the blocks. Like, is there a blade of grass I can cut? Like every blade of grass. That was one nice thing at Breath of the Wild. There's so much stuff, it's no longer just grass cutting. Oh, okay. Holy water blesses your weapon and gets 10% damage and 20% ammo, and it's refilled. Nice. Feels like I take damage going through that, unless I'm just not timing it the best. Appreciate the red outline on the spikes. Probably had a playtester not notice they were there. See, now with this gun, I can tell I'm hitting those guys. I'm wondering if I'm shooting the bomb there before it goes off and hurting him. So far, I'm really impressed by this update. It does seem even better than it was before. Refuse to give up my bomb to get that. Oh, where do we go now? There's gotta be some secret passage. The music in this game is surprisingly relaxing. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's just like going along on a little quest, you know, just exploring. It's gotta get more intense later, but no, it's nice. It's just... It's like doop-a-doo-doo-doo, just going around. Okay, there... I think that room there is the place we can go to. Yeah, we can go there before. I can't remember if I saw this boss earlier or not. It's too bad. I was considering playing it before the update, just to have a better idea of what was new. So there's got to be a way to go back to the earlier version. The tells in this game are pretty good. I'm sure it's just building up to something way harder, but it's well designed. Yeah, the boss music is more fitting. I guess maybe they don't want to stress us out at the beginning. Like, they just want to let us explore. No, this isn't too tough. Sometimes, too, you have, like, let's say Cannibal. It's like just pixel art. And then kind of like the realistic, gritty sort of soundtrack and music to it. Sometimes you have that kind of pairing to kind of mix things up, like an unexpected twist to it. Okay, I think we're going down a level. See, this is level 2, getting a bit more intense. Caught in between portals. No, he's in. There we go. Oh, there's still one more. Get out of there. Oh, I'm out of bombs too. And so ends Star Providence. 42 health. Will you eventually come out of there? Will you come out to play? Let's see. Oh. Oh, don't let this be the end. There we go. Yes. Only one heart. Oh, man. Kind of looks like, oh no, this is not a shop. Okay, fortunately, maybe a heart upgrade here. Let's see. Create a selection of carts. You can pick 2. Oh, that's interesting. They call it expansion port. Let's try this here. Victory sign, double special bomb gain. Blast power. Refills all bombs, start a new floor. That's pretty good. Hat. Okay, I know hats might not do anything, but I probably have to pick that one. And mining hat, reduced multiplier loss. Okay. Try that. No! Well, we got to see the enemy wearing a hat. I think I can do one more run. And that'll be it for today. Hopefully I don't die immediately. So 57 enemies, 29 rooms, not many points. Ended by swarm host. Basic bombs are usually used first when out of combat. Exceptions exist. Okay, I guess there's different bomb types. I unlocked the mirror, alright. Swarm hosts like big fleshy pinatas full of nanite pests. You. Can I buy anything? I think I can buy this now. Nope. I can't buy anything for a while. Back to the super happy music. There is water in this game. guys are a little tricky. Teleport when dashing. Okay, that'd be good to not get hit. 10% damage, it's always valuable. Bombs can break walls. Ooh, that's also temp. Let's try it. I want to try this though. Access forgotten places. Shop items have 50% chance. Let's forgotten places. Adds 2 bombs. That's all we can afford. Let's do it. Yes, now I can go through this without getting hurt. While dashing. That's such a cool and quick way to go through the map quickly and get back to places you missed. The hats are hilarious. Odd enemies. Portal's making a trickier room when those guys are right above it. It's a T1000 enemy, or T800. Looks like a candle. I wonder if it lights up. Oh. Not as tough as he looked. Whoa! Kind of reminds. Another thing that reminds me of Cave Star Enemy. So I guess when they have symbols like that, and oh, they're connected to. Okay, the Nimbus is what leads to different floors. All right. Yeah, we. That's okay. That's a neat touch. The top starts shaking when you're low on health. Make it really clear, like, hey, you're hurting, instead of having your ship, I guess, have an exhaust, which might be harder to read while playing the game. Pretty readable, dodging those bullets. High caliber, stronger but fires slower. That's probably bad for me. It freezes enemies on hits, which is neat. Fireball, faster, smaller, weaker. Does have AoE over time. Let's try this. I think this will be better for me. I could have tried nothing, but still slower, so I wonder how slow that frozen one was. Is there, I feel like there's a puzzle there, or it's just teaching something that'll happen in the future. Okay, time to move down a spore. Now for a creepy moon-like enemy. Oh, in the background, but it can still hurt you. I don't think I've seen some things like it, but not quite like this silhouette style. Usually they just go off in the distance. Good way to get around in a 2D space. Jeez. Whenever the bosses die, I'll admit, I think that's it for me, but no, it's not. We still need more hearts, unfortunately. Missing on the damage upgrades. There had to be a secret room in that hole. You would assume. Okay, floor 2. Let's see if we can get to floor 3 on this last run of the day. Having a fire weapon against guys that shoot fire along with fireballs in the room does make it... Oh, that hurts me. Or... No, I don't want to test it. It's a little tougher to keep track of everything. Go shield, you cheeky. I feel like there's going to be a lot of tricky portal puzzles later. Free honey, okay. Or is that money? Just the font's bad? Like, money makes more sense. Yes, it's money. There's a honey colored diamond, okay. That's what we'll be going for floor 3. I don't trust this room, yeah. I probably should have read what that was. Okay, that guy, of course, had that rune effect around him, so we can go down further, but do you want to explore and see what upgrades there are? I feel like they're... Yeah, I just knew that room was too easy not to have a secret. Hey, heart piece. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, that fire definitely hurts me. Free money. Nothing's free. Triple. And homing. Ricochet or triple. We haven't seen a triple yet. might need a key for that. It doesn't look like a bomb would get it. This is basically a shotgun. Shattering bomb destroys all blocks. Okay, that's our key. Just have to remember to go back there. It's pretty easy to just quickly go anywhere. It's okay. Well, that's even better key. Unlike our Kirby experience, trying to get around in that world. I can't buy whatever this is. I do need that. Sure, whatever this double special bomb game does. Yeah, I expected them to put a harder new enemy there, but it wasn't too bad, just a new enemy. Quickening, revive on death. That could be handy to make sure we go further. Yeah, we've done that one with more bombs. Extra rewards from replacing weapons. Tempting. We'll do this. Better chance of getting further. Can almost buy that. Enemy that stops once the room's cleared. That guy is more bark than bite. Yay, another bomb. Can I have up to sparkling block? That's like a multiplier. That 2.3 in the top right by the map. Okay, let's see this room, which, yeah, I should be open with that key. Okay, it stays yellow even though we're there. Let's go to the boss. Get down to the third floor. Presents. That's slightly horrifying. It's always that calm, collected boss, but then when they kind of an unhinged look to them next, that's usually one of the scarier types of bosses. 3 hearts or damage, like we've been doing. I gotta do a damage increase. Doing too many hearts, which skipping out of the damage increase probably means I'm not killing enemies as fast. Alright, well I did it. Made it to floor 3. I'd say maintenance system and the look of it. I just assume that's a nice word for sewers. Will they answer the lore? Do robots poop? We'll find out. Ooh, going to be some more organic looking enemies. Yes! They paid off. Yeah, once again, they're really nice. It's a really good tell. I love how this guy's just taking up all this. It's like making it really claustrophobic and taking up the space. So each floor is a lot like a dungeon, like a Zelda dungeon. It has a mini boss and a boss. Sometimes I'd say in Zelda the mini bosses are better than the actual bosses. Okay, that's where we want to go later. That worked out. I didn't realize there was a bomb wall there. Okay, I can still dash in water. One heart. This is it. Shouldn't have wasted that bomb there. Okay. Pressure's on. Icicles. It's always a funny way, like, how to treat gravity. Like, those could go sideways, but yeah. Well, being a top-down game, it's like a side scroller for some things. Oh, this is gonna be. This will give me some health, I hope. Reveals some rooms, shows enemy HP. Provides safety between each hit. I only have one hit. Let's do this. So be it. Thank you. Okay, that's a horrifying sound. Ah! I should have zigged up. Wow, that was a neat enemy to die on, at least. Not like a Goomba. 156 enemies that time. I think that's 3 times as many. 62 rooms, 18,000 points. Harvested by Soul Extractor. It's not just killed, but harvested. Eternal rune circles indicate floor. Guardians, okay. That's a nice scoring summary. Feel the extra effort behind it. And I unlocked disrupting weapons. And a deep freeze bomb. Okay, well that's it for today. Thank you, Hayden and Antonio, for dropping by. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll finishing a few more projects next week and maybe checking out Steam Next Fest at some point if there's time. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Good luck with your goals over there. Well, thanks, Antonio. Glad you liked it. Well, have a great evening. And goodbye, everybody.